This is home.
Good morning, Mr. Fontenot. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On November 17th, 2024, the officer responded to a medical assistance call at a public roadway in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle stationary in a moving lane of traffic. The defendant was asleep in the driver's seat of the vehicle while it was still in drive. The officer observed 3 open containers inside the vehicle in plain view, all of which were cold to the touch.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, Judge, all cold to the touch. And after several attempts at waking the defendant, the officer broke the back passenger side window and placed the vehicle in park. When the defendant woke up, the standard field sobriety tests were performed, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 4 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. DIC were read, but the defendant refused. Blood search warrant was obtained and executed.
Any priority to BIs?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Fontenot, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes, sir.
I'm now taking away your privilege to drive. You're not allowed to drive for the foreseeable future. Do you understand? And I would hope that you recognize it's elementary that you're not to have alcohol in the car while you are driving. If I find that you consume alcohol, if I find that you use illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. And I don't care if Jesus needs a ride to church. You get into a car and drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Mike, when I know that he appreciates the awesome power and privilege it is to drive, I will allow him to drive. But until that point, and you coming up here telling me, oh, I've learned my lesson, means nothing to me. Actions speak louder than words. Heed this warning. You will not get another one. Do not drive. Do you understand?
Particularly the court wants him to do to demonstrate that.
I don't know, creativity goes a long way, but I want you to appreciate what it is to be able to drive. Living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive blows. Do you understand? And I want you to appreciate that and understand that. I'd like a little bit of time in the past, a little creativity goes a long way, but how old are you, sir?
He's 19.
You're 19 years old. What are you doing with yourself these days, Mr. Fontenot?
I currently work in Conroe. I'm a diesel mechanic. So
He's
You
employed
graduate-
full-time and he's never been in trouble, Judge, just for what it's worth.
Did you graduate from high school?
yes,
You need to understand that your life is just now starting. And what you make of your life now, it's like, it's a road, right? That you're building in your life now. That road can be smooth, it can be glorious, paved in gold, or it could be a chunky, rocky piece of crap pot, just cobbled stone that are filled with holes because you're in and out of jail. You're setting yourself up for the next 40 years of life. And if you end up in and out of jail with conviction after conviction, with drug problem after drug problem, it's not a good way to go through life. This life is about money and it's about this. Do you understand? And I want you to appreciate all this. And when I know that we do, then you and I can talk again. Above all else, do not consume alcohol. You have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Trent, and he will tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You pick up a new case, violate conditions, don't stay in contact. We're not going to have a good experience here. If you do as you should, then hopefully we'll come out of this unscathed. Do you understand? Do you have any questions? Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna have him sign the affidavit. We'll have him go sign a receipt of Victoria. You'll get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go.
Judge, please, the court, I'll probably bring him back in about 30 days, just so you can check his progress.
Certainly can. Let's see how things are going, but him coming up here and just saying that I missed my license, I want to see some kind of proactivity, you
Okay,
know?
all right.
All right, okay.
Thank you,
Good
Your
luck
Honor.
to you, sir.
You excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Morning, Mr. Tovar. Good morning. Sir, you're charged with driving on a suspended or revoked license. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On November 11th, 2024, officers observed the defendant's motor vehicle traveling with tail lamps emitting a white light in violation of Texas Transportation Code 547.322, which require a red light. Traffic stop was initiated. Officers ran a Texas license plate through NCIC, revealing the insurance to be unconfirmed. Officers made contact with the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle, the defendant. The defendant displayed a Texas ID stating he did not have a Texas driver's license because he had to pay $300 to get another one. Officers ran the ID, finding the Texas driver's license to be ineligible and expired as of December 2020.
All right, Mr. Tovar, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm going to have you now sign with me today an affidavit. This is a promise you're going to make to me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if you need groceries. A kid has got to go to school. Do not drive. If you don't have a license and liability insurance, do not drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive a car. It's an offense in and of itself, punishable by up to 6 months in jail. If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, and then we can talk. But until that point, if you drive, it's really just not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I'm not going to put any conditions on your bond other than you not driving. I will have you come up here, swear to us you're not going to drive, get you to Victoria, sign a reset, and then you're free to go. Don't drive. Don't. Do you understand? Okay, come on. Good morning, Mr. Wilson. Sir, you're charged with driving on a suspended license. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Officers initiated a traffic stop after observing the defendant's vehicle without a front license plate. The officers found that after running the defendant's license, it returned not eligible. Officers also observed that the defendant had 2 warrants for prior traffic infractions, and the defendant was also unable to show proof of insurance for the vehicle.
Find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I will have you now sign an affidavit with me today. This is a promise you're going to make to me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if there's a medical emergency, a burning building, and you have to save 50 kittens. Do not drive. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? Yes or no? We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I will have you come up here, swear to us you're not going to drive. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, we'll let you go. When you come back, please have a lawyer.
So just put that here. All right, Your Honor, I give you Mr. Farias. We are pleading to a probation on a DWI with a dismissal of an assault family violence.
Okay. You realize what's going on. You also need to realize that the DWI will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die.
Understandable.
You ever get pulled over, officers, the first thing they do when they're pulling you over, they look up your record. If they see a prior DWI, they come up to your car and they smell alcohol, dope. What do you think they're going to do?
I'm gonna do.
Right. From now on, you're looking at a minimum of 30 days in jail. So no more proverbial slaps on the wrist. It's a lot of time to do. All you got to do from now on, you want to get lit, one button on a phone. You can have a car waiting to take you anywhere you want to go in this world.
Yes, sir.
$20. Do you understand?
Understand.
I will testify that the last time I did an Uber, it was 50, but yes,
Still cheaper than the alternative,
much so.
right?
I was just offended at how much an Uber cost to take me
Still.
2 miles.
It's so much better regardless, even $50, you
I
know?
paid it.
Or walking.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Barius, you're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never change this or undo this. You give up the right to appeal. You understand?
Understand.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. And so you're saying we're doing, is it 180 days?
It's 180 days probated for 1 year, Judge.
Okay.
Relatively standard conditions. I believe they added BIP, which was part of the dismissal of the assault and violence case.
This is the 18-week BIP, correct?
Yeah, the regular BIP.
Regular BIP. All right. so-
I'm of the firm opinion that there's BIP and then there's other things that shouldn't be called BIP. So this is BIP. I believe there's a guardian interlock order, and speaking to my client, he does not have a valid driver's license, so we'll need to do a non-driving affidavit.
And
portable.
we will now make that a condition that you get your license as well.
Understand.
Did you get your high school diploma? That's another condition that we will do.
You get a GD.
In lieu of community service, we will do a GED or equivalent program. You must, at a minimum, get your GED. In this life, you can't go without a high school diploma. You're going to make pennies to when everybody else makes $1.
Understand.
So you have a lot of stuff here to do. I want you to understand this is not going to be easy. And I'm going to keep you on until you finish all this stuff. I'm not going to let you go. And if I have to put you in jail repeatedly to get you to understand, that's what I'm going to do, Mr. Barius. You will not leave this probation at a minimum until you get your GED. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I have to, I can hold you for 3 years, and I have held people on for that long to pay restitution, and I will do it in a heartbeat.
He's saying that he can extend your probation to 3 years, not put you in jail for 3 years. Want to make sure you understand that.
The Batters Intervention Program. The Batters Intervention Prevention Program, it's an 18-week class that you have to do once a week for 18 weeks. You cannot miss a class because the classes are designed for you to complete it in a certain way, and you have to go once a week for 18 weeks. I understand that you may work, but when you sign up for the class, you're allowed to sign up for what days you want. Make sure it's a day that you're off, perhaps a weekend, but don't set yourself up to fail for setting on a day that you know you got to work or you have other obligations. Don't call in, oh man, I can't work, I can't make it. They're going to kick you out.
Yes,
They
sir.
kick you out, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, sir.
You must do a DW education class. Did they put a victim impact panel?
No, sir.
Okay, so I would prefer him to get the GED, right, and this driver's license. So for you to complete this program, all you have to do is just a couple things. Your driver's education class, your DW education class, sorry, the BIP class, get your driver's license and get your GED. As long as you can do all those things, we're happy. Do you understand?
Understand.
If you violate this, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to bring you back out to question why you mucked up. I'm going to put you right back in for who knows how long, and then I'm going to let you out, and we will continue on. And we're going to do this until you get your GED. Do you understand?
Understand.
Okay. All right, guys. Good luck.
All right. Do not leave.
Hey, how are you?
Doing fine, Your Honor. Thank you, sir. Your Honor, I am here on Mr. James Hulahan. Mr. Hulahan was requested by the Honorable Court to go and take a drug test yesterday. It's my understanding from talking to pretrial services
Come up, Mr. Hulahan.
that the client tested positive for THC.
You've literally tested positive the entire time while you have been on bond.
Sir, I haven't smoked since August 25th.
You've tested positive
Is there a way I can?
August 27th. You tested positive September 30th. You tested positive now November 18th.
That I can obtain the urine sample and I will go pay for it myself to show that it's been a steady decline because I have not smoked, Your Honor.
It should be out of your system. It's been
Heavy smoker.
it's been 3 months. 8, 9, 10, 11. It's been 3 months. When did he test positive? Yesterday?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I spoke to pretrial services. They reported to me that he did test positive. Client has,
He's done a total of 3 tests, right, Felicia?
Yes, I have one from his first hearing date and then a positive from the 7th of October where he was remanded in custody. And then none since October until yesterday.
I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Hulahan. I guess you just don't take it seriously. I've asked you repeatedly not to. You've tested consistently positive for marijuana. I told you since day one, do not use, and you continue to test positive. What am I supposed to do?
Judge, if I may, could I get those dates that Mr. Hulahan tested positive again from the pretrial services?
So we have one on 8/27,
8/27/24,
September 30th,
9/30/24,
10/7,
10/7/24.
and now 11/18. I have no choice, Mr. Hulahan. It goes with you. Sorry.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Dick. Good morning, Mr. Odom.
Morning.
With us, you're charged with several cases. You're charged with violation of a protective order. You're charged with harassment. I think that's it. You entered in a very, very serious probation yesterday, a deferred, which is a type of probation that if you complete successfully, you don't end up with a conviction. But I want you to understand that you give up nearly every right known to man by entering into this probation. And if you do it, wonderful, great things will happen for you. But if you break it, you don't do your conditions, you test positive, you're in a very tough court. And I'm telling you now, you could be doing many, many years in prison if you violate the probation. She's great, but she's no nonsense like us. Take things seriously. And if you're going to play games, we only got one place for you. And you could end up in prison for up to 10 years. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
What are we doing here?
We're doing a 300 credit for 120
Which one, the BPO or?
on the BPO, dismissing the harassment.
Okay. So one more thing that you also have to understand is that you're charged the violation of a protective order now, Mr. Odom. If you continue with the same course of conduct in a certain amount of time, they can file that as a continuous VPO, and there you're looking at yet another third-degree felony. So whatever you were doing to get you into this here, stop.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have children with this person, right? Okay, if you want to get access to your kids, and you should, because every child should have access to their every father should have access to their child. Do it the right way. Go through the family courts. Don't take matters into your own hands, because things are really going to go sideways quick. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never take this off. This violation of a protective order will go on your record. It will be there forever. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is what you want to do.
Yes, Your Honor.
So it is 300 days in jail with credit for 131 days credit. I'm going to roll your court costs so you won't owe anything as part of the agreement. The harassment will be dismissed. Just like I said, be careful. There's so many other fish in the sea. Get it? No means no. Doesn't mean maybe. Doesn't mean this. No. No means no. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Come on, man. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.